Good morning, everyone. 8bits here with a happy Sunday. Oh, all right. So, homeless, yes, you are first. I appreciate that. Yesterday, I attempted to try to work on the Jeep after stream, right? So, well, I mean, like I watched the hurling game first. Then I was like, okay, I need to go out to work on Jeep. Well, the parts didn't have install instructions on how to put all the pieces together. So I had to come back in, go online, find that. Then I had to just start like getting the pieces all together and taking off the old pieces. And it turned into a long process, right? I think I have it down better so that today it'll be much faster. I was able to get one side, like the passenger side of the Jeep done, right? So what was I fixing? The Jeep. And what I'm working on is I'm not really fixing it, I'm modifying it. So I took out the inner fenders, and I'm installing like these components into the wheel wells, right? So they kind of go like inside and around. Let me see if I can find these, right? So they're inside the wheel well. Yeah. And there are multiple components, like multiple parts to it. So it's not always working right. And it was just it's a hassle, right? But I got all the let's think about that. I got all the passenger side done. So the front piece has like 3 components you got to put together, and then you have to bolt it together. And that was part of the problem. You have to build it while it's like put it together while it's in there. And some of the bolts are hard to get to once you start installing some of this. So it was a little bit of a challenge. And then you pre-assemble the back ones, and then you got to put it in there. But you only hand tighten it so you can still wiggle them a little bit. And you got to put it in there, get it so that it fits, and then tighten everything together. Yeah, and these are the back ones like this, right? And they were a little bit of a little tough, but I have now figured out the hard part. So today, when I go to install the driver side, it should go a little faster. That's all. I already have all the directions that I downloaded, and so I use a tablet out there to look at them, and then I also printed out a copy of it so I could write on them. Because, of course, you know, they send the components, but the bag numbers don't match to the instructions. So I'm like, all right. But that was my hassle yesterday. I'm a little sore from it, actually. Fitting into small like areas in here, laying on your back to try to reach up and work on stuff. Yeah. I enjoy it, but little cramped on some of it. So, homeless, what are you up to today? While looking at some like news and stuff coming out, I saw that Horizon multiplayer, Guerrilla Games has revealed a long-anticipated multiplayer title set in the world of Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. So we're going to take a look at that real quick. All right. Let me pause some music and let's check out this Horizon game, right? It looks kind of cool, right? I mean, the graphics are it's not quite Borderlands look at all, but yeah, this multiplayer one looks pretty good. You love the Horizon games? You always say ARC Raiders copied their bots with the little yellow weakness canisters. Yeah. Good morning. And how are you doing, Starfish? We were just checking out Horizon Hunters Gatherers, looking at this new multiplayer. And this looks pretty good. You heard that? We have to fight back. But all right. Maybe Ark is Horizon Zero Dawn in the future or past. It could be. It could be. For those who need it most. Things are going well, Starfish. You know, streamed yesterday and then attempted a work on the Jeep for a little bit. It took me a while to get one side of the Jeep done because I'm installing new inner fenders. And today I'm hoping to get the other side done. So I'm installing like inner fenders, like these components that go obviously inside the wheel well, right? So you have to take all the old ones out, and then you got to throw these new ones into it. And it's a bit tough because the parts all bolt together, and then you got to get them lined up. I had no idea what part went with what because the instructions weren't with it. So I had to come back in, try to find them online, download them, and yeah. Can I help you, Soph? What? You're gonna pretend you know what that is. Picks, yes. Let's see. Can I get one of these to be a little better for you? All right. I heard it twice. I did. Both of you did a Sophie treat. So let's see. We'll start with homeless's Sophie treat. Here you are. Double treats. Yes. She won't complain. I promise. So we'll be good with that. Right. Yesterday, I got just the passenger side done on the Jeep. So I have the rear and the front ones done. And then today I'm going to work on the driver side. How are things besides figuring out the Jeep? Well, things are going okay. Yeah. We're currently still working on this, trying to get weapons and that kind of stuff updated. We're going to be working on making some new rough draft images for a couple weapons. Then we're going to try to work on the spawning system for it. And yeah. Where did the browser go? Okay. Almost, you're good. You're enjoying your coffee. Excellent. Before you have to play Cops and Robbers with Homeless Jr. Excellent. All right. Well, I think we can just roll into the... We turn the music back on. We can roll over into our editing screen. The game so far is coming along, right? So we're going to go ahead and start it. I fixed yesterday's issue with the XP and the leveling. I had some stuff. It was all there. I had it not quite in order, so it wasn't registering properly. And to now watch it, I've added a third category right here. So we have HP, which shows 100, level, which is currently 0, and then XP to next level is there. So it's properly able to calculate these as your XP, right? There. So now, negative 20. Hold on. That is that's it. Is that 26 degrees Fahrenheit? It is Fahrenheit. Negative 26 Fahrenheit outside. That's cold. I thought that was Celsius for a minute, and then I saw the F with it. I was like, no, that is correct. That is cold. All right, so we have a couple things now working properly, right? We don't go regular temps when it feels like, yeah. It's a negative 20 there. It is currently 33 degrees. Yeah. And it warms up pretty nice right now, right? So like it'll go up to about 60 something today. So, yeah. All right. We hit over the XP to next level part. So, right, we are on level 1 now, and we now are 10 XP into the next level. We can come in. We have a skill menu or skill tree that we're working on, right? And once I figure out the orientation of this, we'll set it that way. So I can change how the orientation looks. And then we'll set it, right? And we have it so that if we go in, we can choose a weapon. Right, so we're going to buy tier 1 weapon, crossbow, 25 essence. We have 60, takes away, we're down to 35. And then we can go into next round. And the second weapon just went to the first available slot. because you get to hold 4 weapons, right? And there we are. So it's looking good, right? We can come in here. That didn't work. All right. But it's coming along nicely, I think. Today, I think we're going to try and get the spawner to identify the player's level and therefore do the enemies based upon what the player level is, right? All right, so we went to level 2. We're now working our way towards level 3. We can access the menu, except it's not opening for some reason, but, you know, we'll get there. All right. Let me do the second Sophie treat. Come on, girl. That's it. There. And like I said, today we're going to be messing around a little bit inside a sprite here, and we're going to be trying to work on some of the stuff, make it look a little nice, right? Some of the weapons. So that's kind of our goal for some of the stuff today. Outside of that, like I said, I need to work on the Jeep after this. Hopefully it won't take me the 4 hours that it took yesterday for me to get the parts in, and I should be fine. Hopefully it'll go faster. What is going on today? Jeepin, I think, is doing Guild Wars 2 today. And yeah, I think that's what she's working on. All the avatar changes and sunflower launches and celebrations, I appreciate it. Who's who? I see an axolotl and a little wolf. Little wolf fox. Maybe it's a fox. No, it could be a wolf. All right, let's go. Resources, sprites. They're cute. Yeah, I have there's a couple things that I've made that are in there. The axolotl. There's the wolf, like a wolf pup. Then there's a dragon. Some bots. There's a goblin. A couple other things. That is one of my programs, the Avatar app one. And I do need to revisit it because I want more options put in there. I want you guys, I don't know, to be able to like do attack more, some other stuff to it. But they do have a couple commands. You can jump. What is it? Eat, rocket, climb, and jump. So those are the commands for your little people, right? Your little avatars. All right, let's go to weapons. Let's go to melee. I do need the sword. We're going to take this image. I designed it inside here, which is the problem. So we're moving it to here. All right, there we go. And then what else? Oh, yeah, we made a here. We have a upside down bong because it's a club. So we'll put it there. It's a weapon. It's a indestructible bong. You can't break it. So it works really good as a club. Yep. And we're also going to have a toilet plunger, a frying pan, and a couple other things, right? Is that bong upside down? Yes, it is, because it's a club. And welcome in, Manlin. So when you're in the game, right, and you're using it, now who thought of that? Where'd homeless run to? The bong is kind of like a acting like a club, right? So the top part of it is the bulk of it. That's what you're hitting the enemies with, and you're holding it by the handle neck of it. But yeah, if you take a look at it, like, it is just a bong like that. But it's just upside down. That's all, because it's being used like a weapon. And it is, in fact, one of those indestructible ones, so it doesn't break. And which is great, because I saw a video of an indestructible bong where they were hitting like wood pallets with it and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, so sick bong, man, what a waste. Why is it a waste? Imagine if that was real. Forget the game dev, make that bong real life and sell it. Unbreakable bong is already a thing. I can't sell it. Yep. It's already, I think it's the brand name too. And it's totally indestructible. They were sitting there whacking like wood pallets with it, trying to break it and throw it, and it wasn't breaking. So we're also going to have to make a toilet plunger. We're going to have to make a frying pan, right? I have the basic shape of the frying pan like this. So we'll just copy that over, and then we'll work on it. Now those are all the melee ones. That's all we have so far. We don't have a sigh nor the toilet plunger yet, and I think the only ranged one that we don't have yet in here is this, my rough draft of a gun. You know what? We're going to move this. I want the gun up here with the other ones. There. And then we're going to clean up that rough draft, right? And then we'll switch. Here's the melee, or the melee ones. There. Nice artwork. Keep on, man. Keep on. Excellent. I appreciate it. It is obviously not my forte. But you know, hey, it's fine. Whatever. Oh, right. So, yeah, we're gonna work on cleaning up my draft images. Like I said, some of them I made already in here, and now I'm just moving it over to a sprite to really kind of work on them. So the other one I have, oh, where is it? Here it is. A shuriken that is not a shuriken. I don't know what this is, but it's not quite the shuriken, right? Let's put that here. All right, so I'm trying to keep at least one solid row between things, so we're going to move things around. I probably have to make this sprite sheet bigger here in a little bit. So this is ranged, and we'll put it here. And this is ranged. And we'll put that there. All right, so now we have our throwing axes. We're working on level 2 of the throwing axe. This is starting to be level 3. Then we have our crossbows, 1, 2, and 3. And for the other ones, we just have 1 stuff on them right now. But we're going to make 3 levels for every weapon. Right? So, like this. We'll take it, put it here. That'll be level 2. And then that'll be level 3. One row of space. There. All right. So that is our ranged weapons. And I think we're missing what? Taser. So right now, taser is just a square. We don't actually have a taser yet. But we're going to put it here to mark that there should be something. So I do need to extend this. Canvas size. Oh, I need 32. Let's do 4 more. Let's go by another 128. So let's do 768. This way we're going to double. Oh, wait. Nope. Wrong way. 768. Let's do our width. Oh, I want to double, right? So what was that? 640. Let's do 1280. And then we can just take all this and move it up. All right. So now we should have room right here. And this will be like our 2, and that will be 3. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 different types of ranged weapons. And here, put a couple spaces between them. Probably start it like here. Right? And then we'll be able to do number 2 and our number 3. We'll bring these 2 closer. Oops. Our frying pan that we're going to be working on today. Put that there. There. And then our melee, right? So our sword doesn't quite. All right, we'll do that. Okay, that'll work. What else? That was it for the we have. Oh, we still have a Psy, a let's just make the spot for it. And that, and then what do we have? This is the future toilet plunger. All right, there. So we have our ranged weapons and our couple melee ones, right? One of the things that we need to work on is sort of some animations at some point too for how these are looking. Right now, I just kind of have it being swung by code, like moving the image back and forth. That is some of the stuff here. Let me get to it. That's in here. Because we tell it like the speed of things inside the function here. Can I help you, Soph? Are we barking at people? It's too early to be barking at people. Yeah, I know. All right. Let's find a picture. How about a cast iron? Cast iron frying pan. There. All right. That's what we want to look at. So we're going to take it. Where'd that just go? There. All right. Perfect. Now I have the image up. Can't see it, huh? Probably want another ellipse around it. No. There. All right. So, what if we made it inside like that? And then slightly different one to be there. right? But we want probably that. I mean, it kind of looks like something, but not quite what I'm looking for, I guess. There. That is not quite. So what do we need to do? We get this whole 32 to work with, but it's a good size like that, and maybe it's too much of a circle. All right, let's try it again. Let's make it more like elongated, maybe. Stop that. All right. Put the frying, it's not even. Dang. All right. There we go. Now, let's make the handle. All right. But now we need to make another elongated shape. Like that. So if this is going to be the outer side, like that, we need a lighter color for inside there. And then we're going to put like a light color around the outside of this. Oops. Go here. All right, I think that looks better. So let's get rid of these two. Let's move it to there. And let's copy it. Let's close this, minimize that, but we're going to bring this in here. And we're going to replace this image with it and see kind of what it looks like inside game. Here. All right. Let's run the game. Maybe. So right now I have them starting with the pistol. But I think what we're going to do is duplicate the line. Turn this one off. And the picture of the frying pan is perfect like a runway model. Well, I mean, the picture that's on stream right now is an actual frying pan. It's not my interpretation of the frying pan. That's the interpretation of the frying pan. All right, let's do frying pan. All right, so let's start with a frying pan and just see what it looks like in the game. Kinda. All right, let's wait for OBS to catch up. Does it look like it's too much of a tennis racket? Right? Maybe I should put... I don't know. I mean, I think it works. It'll work for now. It does kind of look like a little tennis racket, though. We could probably make it darker on the outside. And maybe that might help. Yeah. All right. For now, that's our frying pan. Right. So the other ones we wanted to work on were a sigh and a toilet plunger. So we need a picture of a sigh. All right, so that's the sigh. All right. Let's just take that image so we can look at it. And then we need a toilet plunger. Let's do the orange. That'll be fun. All right. So now we have those. We're going to replace the frying pan for now. So where did I put that on here? OBS, where are you? Let's do the sigh next. Right? Well, that's the space we get. Let's make the handle like a dark color. I mean, I guess it could be black. All right. If this is going to be where the blade is, from like here to there is the handle. And then what? It's got like a little handle and another little handle. And that is going to be the sigh. So let's find a little lighter color. And then like that. Bring it out farther. Probably actually do this in a darker color for right now. All right, let's get the shape set. It'll go down like that. And good morning, Jeepin. All right. You are up early. Okay. I just saw a notification. Ads are going to go off in about a minute. And I'm going to grab some more coffee when it does. All right, so I think we're going to make that, and then we're going to make this a little bit bigger, kind of like that. I mean, I think it looks okay, right? There. So now we need to work on our handles, which I think we'll pick like more of a brown for the handle. Like that. Then here we'll do the same. Oh no, that's not right. This bottom one curves out for the handle, right? So it comes down, then starts to curve. Kind of like that. I think that looks right. All right, so that is the sigh so far. Ads have just hit. I'm going to take a quick be right back, grab some more coffee. Now's a good time to stretch if you need to. And I will see everybody in a few moments. Hang tight. right. We're back. I sat down and realized that I had forgot my coffee. Had to go get it. All right. Let's turn that image back on and here. So we're trying to draw a sigh. And I think it looks okay in comparison to the image that we found online, right? Let's see what's been going on. G-Pit, yeah, you're still in bed. It's early though. And what else we got? Starfish, you hanging out on your couch? Yeah. I mean, it's a good day. It's still cold there. So it's a Sunday. So it is Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. Just relax. Just relax. All right, let's do the same thing that we did for the... Oops. Frying pan. Let's come in here. Let's get rid of this. Let's paste this. Let's put this like right there. And let's move that to there. And let's swap it out and see what it looks like in the game. And Fuzzy, welcome in. How you doing today? All right, so we looked at our frying pan, right? The frying pan still needs some work, but they're all going to. But now we're going to start the game with the Sai and check it out, what it looks like. All right, we have it backwards. And is it even visible? Not really, right? All right, let's rethink this. Let's come in here. We're going to flip this. Just go like this. How do we make it a little more visible? Probably not that, maybe the coloring. Maybe the blade needs a little lighter color across the bottom. So, Fuzzy, if you're still there, how is your game doing since the release? All right, we can do that. That'll give the blade a little look, right? Is that going to look weird? That'll probably look weird in game, but I think it'll be all right. And then maybe, do we want the blade to have it, maybe this a little bigger for the blade part? Like that? That might work. But how do we get the handle now to look a little different? What's a good way to do that? Give it almost a shadow, but a light shadow? Maybe. All right, let's go from here. And let's do the same thing on the outer part of it. Right, but we're going to do some fill in. There. All right. I think that will be good. Let's capture this one. And see what it looks like now in here. We'll do it like that. Close, and we'll move this to there. Let's run it. I think it's better. All right, I do think it shows up a little better. So it's probably the draft that we're going to go with for right now. Yeah. And I heard that Sophie treat. There she is. Hi, Soph. Oh, did your camera get moved? All right. I think it looks better. It'll work. Yeah, it'll work. Sweet victory. All right, let's close that. Let's reopen this. So now we have the sigh made. We get to work on our next favorite one. Right? So let's switch the image of the sigh to a toilet plunger. Right? That is our next weapon. All right. Let's figure this out. Ooh, let's do this. Let's do like a brown. It's probably too dark. Or too, whoops. Well, I mean, I guess we could kind of go with an orange. I think it's more like that might work. All right, so now we need to figure out the red plunger part. And it's always that weird orange red. So we want not that. If we go like this, right? All right. So that's going to be like our plunger. How's that? All right. So we have a toilet plunger as a weapon. And now, I don't know, what else do we want on this? Where's that image? So we have a little line right here. I think it looks all right. So we'll just go ahead and take it, bring it over to the game, and we'll check out what it looks like. All right, whoops. That's still the sigh. Okay. We need to tell it we want to test the toilet plunger. As soon as OBS sees the game. All right, what do we think of the toilet plunger? Kind of looks like a plunger, right? Okay. I mean, it looks all right. Well, that is our draft of the toilet plunger. So next, right? It's kind of what we have. We have a bong, a frying pan, a sword, a sai. Not quite sure. How'd that work out? All right. Oh, I see. I see. These are bigger than the 32s. That's why. Let's try to fix this. And Arwen hears Jeepin. Let me take a... Yeah, we're going to uncover her. It's going to get noisy for a minute. Jeepin is going to uncover Arwen. All the animals go crazy with Jeepin. They do. They're like the moms here. All right. I guess we need to find a shuriken. Right? So... Sure. It can. What type of shape do we like the most? Kind of like this. Can't see it because this thing is in the way. I kind of like that. Like that style look. But I think it would be easier to try and do this. So we're going to grab it. And then let me change my image here to the shuriken. There we are. Starfish, you're going to keep me tabbed up. I appreciate it. You have things to start. Hope you have a wonderful day. Good luck with the Jeep. Thank you. And I hope your day goes well. As stay warm because I know it's cold up there. Say bye to Jeepin for you. Starfish says bye. Bye. She says bye. All right. This is what we're going to replace. This, whatever this thing was that I made. I don't really know. What? We need a circle in the middle. And let's make it... How about green? Do we want... It'll be visible. Let's see that. All right. That's going to be our middle. And I think if we look at our image, let me move this up here so I can see the image. Well, I feel like there's a line straight across, right? Like that. And like this. And we take a point. It's not going to be quite to a point or even point, but that's okay. Go there to there to there. Right? All right. So now we get rid of, whoops, we get rid of these. And we do this. I think that'll work, right? There. That will be our shuriken. It's going to be massive, but that's okay because he's going to throw them. So let's do this. Minimize that. Find this messed up one that's here. And we'll go here. Fuzzy, hiya. All right. That is our shuriken, right? So, I mean, it kind of looks like it. It's just not, it's just a very fancy, bright colored one. Fuzzy, you're taking online courses for coding? Excellent. What type of coding? Like what language are you learning? All right, we're going to close this. We're going to tell the player that it holds the shuriken. And I think what we'll do is also turn off the enemy stuff, right? We don't need that. Oh, you're learning two things. So, okay, so currently currently Python and JavaScript. Excellent. What do you plan to do with it? So, okay, JavaScript is pretty close to like GameMaker, right? So GameMaker language is kind of close to that. Python, I mean, you have all kinds of stuff you can do with Python. No plan, just learning. Excellent. Then today's the first day of you learning to take over the world. There you go. Right? All right. That's going to be our shuriken. It's going to be massive. It's going to be bright colored. It will be great. It'll match. It'll be fine. Right? I think it looks fine. All right. What do we got next? We have a taser still. Taser. So, long range weapon. Let's get rid of this and let's copy this. So, because we're going to have 3 levels to it, right? We can delete that. There, and we'll get rid of this one. Now we need a taser. 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 This looks cool. So we'll capture that. Right. Let's close that down. Let's open up this. And here, let's tell this to get rid of the shuriken, and let's put the taser gun here. All right, so that's kind of what we're going to make our taser. It's not going to look like that, but it'll be close. Not really. It's fine. All right, so we want obviously a dark color, maybe, but we're going to do blue for it for right now. She's not down here anymore. All right, let's think about this. I probably need it facing this way, so anyways, Fuzzy, how is your game doing since its launch? Right, let's do that. What the hell? So slightly different color here. I think it needs to come up slightly and then aim it down slightly. Come down to here. This is where bottom of it is. So we'll do this. Maybe all the way up. No. It needs to come from here up to there. Because inside here is the trigger area. Right? There. Now you'll be able to tase the enemies. All right. We have that. Do that. What color do we want to try to fill it in with? Maybe something like this. Sure. There. Right? So we have taser piece. We need a breakaway like that. Come here. Go up. Like this. I mean, it kind of not really looks like a taser at all, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. So well, let's do this. Let's take it and let's put it in here. All right. It is a not so good looking taser, but that's okay. What it we just needed to it would help if I told this what to give the player. All right. It kind of looks sort of okay. Not really. I think it works. Right? What we're going to do, I need to obviously work on the arrangement of it, but it works fine. Yeah, it's fine. So then the animation is when it fires, it'll have the gun, but it'll have like a little, like this end piece will have a wire come out of it, and it'll shock. It'll have an animation to the enemy on what it's doing. It'll slow the enemy down, like stun them. All right, I think that's a lot of them. Let's go look. Right? Oh, we got to clean up this cannon gun. So let's do that. Go 1, 2. To there. Let's do black like that. I brought this in as a temporary gun. I kind of like it though, but I just need to clean it up. it was used from another game, and I stretched it, which is why it looks weird. So we're going to clean it up. Easy Perp, hello. And how is your day going? My day's going pretty good. We're messing around with some not so good pixel art. And yeah. But it's going all right. It'll go there. Kind of pixelized when I stretched it, right? Like I said, I brought this in for one of my other games, just because I liked it. Then I made the oops of stretching it, and it didn't make it so nice anymore. Let's do that one. There. But that's okay. We can fix it. We can fix this. There. I mean, that kind of looks, whoops, okay. Let's make the black a little more solid here, and I think we'll be good. Now, what do I want up in there? Oops. Apparently, I was using different colors. Whoops. All right. So we're just cleaning up and making some new draft versions of weapons. Right now, we've been working on a number of them. So, yeah, but we're going to clean this up just a little bit more here. And then I think this needs maybe a handle to it, like some sort of, yeah, some sort of grip. And I heard a follow. Thank you for the follow out there. Why does that look not the same? Is it not the same? Or is my eyes playing tricks on me because of the black? Right? No, these are different. It's slightly different. There. For this, let's do
no, that. I love following dope people.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
Good morning, Banuch. How are you doing today? And Miss Bubbles, no problem. You love following dope people. Well, welcome in. TTS is never like no. They only sound funny when they do shorthand stuff, though, right? I think it just sounds funny. All right. Let's see. What do we want up in this top corner here? Maybe just this color. Let's erase it. And we'll just fill it. There. Now we need a grip on this thing. You don't know yet, Panuch, but you're feeling good at the moment. Excellent. And Miss Puffles, you've been thinking about game dev lately. Excellent. Talk to me. What are you thinking about with it? Are you thinking about trying to learn it? Do you already know it? Are you thinking about trying to work on a game? What particular engine are you using if you've started one? Let's think about this. Whoops. This comes down here, branches out like this. Maybe like that. Oops. I think it needs to come out a little more over and then down. You made one game using GB Studio and Game Boy. Okay, to make a proper Game Boy game. Learned a lot of what not to do. That's kind of how it goes, right? Game Boy games are kind of fun. There was a Game Boy Jam last year I almost entered. But timing and stuff, I was just like, oh, I can't do it. It's not going to work. But you can make a Game Boy game with pretty much any engine. I mean, it's just, you know. I thought about doing it, though. And the Game Boy is what? 144 pixels by 144 pixels is the screen size. So, and then you're limited to 4 colors or something. It's hard. That's a hard thing to do. Isn't it hard to make, say, an RPG Maker game run on Game Boy? No. I mean, yes and no. So, okay. No, to make it run on the Game Boy, it depends on how you want to export it. Let me see. I don't even know if... oh, we don't need the thing up there. Let's see. What are my exports here? So, I have PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. I don't have Game Boy on here, but you can make a game, and then you. I don't know how. I don't know how you export it to it, right? You can't use any of the stock art in RPG. Oh, okay, RPG Maker without doing something by rendering. I've never used RPG Maker. I know a lot of people use this, and under, I think it's GX Games, GX, or Game, what is it? GX.games. There. So, I think so. Yeah, 4 colors is a Game Boy style, right? So let's go to itch. Let's just go to itch.io and search Game Boy. Yeah, so you have Game Boy ROM, and Adventures, right? So Game Boy generally is like 4 colors with it, unless you're doing like color or some of the newer versions. But like, yeah, it's traditionally 4 colors with it. Now, there was a Game Boy Jam. Let me see. Game Boy Jam. Participants. I think it was just Game Boy Jam. Yeah, here. So this is what they run, right? These Game Boy GB jams with a number. This is how your game has to look for the traditional original Game Boy look. It only has where their resolution. So 160 by 144 pixels. The palette must consist of a maximum of 4 colors. Only 4 colors can be displayed on the screen at a time. So it does make it tough, right? But I know there's all kinds of stuff with that. That's cool you're trying to work on that. I have no idea how RPG Maker works with Game Boy stuff. I think you can still work with all right, so GameMaker GB Studio is the primary drag and drop engine used to create, compile, and export. So Game Boy Studio playable ROM files for the Nintendo Game Boy enables. Okay. Can alternatively GameMaker, while Game Boy Studio's dedicated tool, GameMaker community users sometimes you create Game Boy style games. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure. I wonder if you could use it and port it to the GameMaker, like Game Boy Studio stuff. Yeah, you don't make Game Boy style games. You mean, yeah. So it's just the regular Game Boy games that you're trying to make, right? Cricket, welcome in. How you doing today? It's nice to see you. I've been on lurked a little bit. This past week has been crazy with work. Haven't been able to really talk to anyone. Just kind of lurk. What have you never get to hang out here? I know. I stream at such a weird time. If you make in specific aesthetic, you'd rather make it proper. Yeah. Is that the puppers? There is a cam for the puppers. Yes. She is around here somewhere. There's also a channel point that allows a particular thing to be given to her. I'm not going to say it. She'll just come running. But she is asleep back there, a little ways behind where my chair is. But yeah, I think it would be cool, right? I always wanted to do this Game Boy jam. Where'd that page go? No, it's the tasers. Game Boy jam. What kind of puppers? Well, she is about an 80-pound Australian Shepherd Gordon Shetland mix. Right? Very similar to, if we just do that. Turn Gordon Shetland mix. Very much like this. Yeah, she's very much like that. Right. But big dog, right? Come here, Soph. There it is. Sophie treat. Yeah, let's turn your camera a little bit, get you in the picture. Right? Huh? You ready? Good girl. Yeah, her name is Sophie. So in any case, you did a lot of planning for a potential game because your mind's always racing, but you don't know if you should tackle it seeing what you like, 250 creatures in movies. Yeah. It's hard, you know? Trying to figure out what you want to work on as a game. Oh, maybe... do you know anything about Game Boy design and what you need to make games in it? Like the porting of it, do you have to use Game Boy, like the studio for designing the stuff? And also, your wife had one like that, very greasy to pet, but a sweetheart. Sophie's not. She's just fluffy. Coco was her name. Nice. Yeah, she's super fluffy. You did plan a sequel for your Game Boy game with more colors for the PC, but it kind of lost all traction due to lack of direction. Got it. If you pivoted into a creature collector, at least you'd have a direction. True. Do you have your game up on like itch or something like that? Because we can show that too if you'd like. You can post a link to it. And I just saw the notification for ads. They're going to pop up in about maybe a minute here. When they do, I'm going to take a quick be right back. And then we'll get back to working on some stuff. Yeah, Sophie's 9 now. Good dog though. Likes to bark at everybody that walks around, you know, outside. But like, good dog. Okay, so if it's on itch, let's go to like my itch page, wherever that went. Right. Come to my page. It's okay because I've only been doing this like two years this month, right? I'm using this as kind of like my record keeper. So my first game was an attempt at asteroids. So I followed a tutorial, did that, right? And then I had a couple little really bad sort of game jams. I attempted a year-long game called Pixel Warrior. It was a 2D dungeon crawl. Didn't really come out super well. I changed the way I was working in the middle of it. Anyways, there are ads. We're going to take a quick be right back. I will see everybody shortly, so now's a good time to get up, grab some more coffee, do what you need to, and I will see everybody in just a few moments. Hang tight. Alrighty. I'm back. There's still like a minute left in ads, but that's all right. So, what are we working on? Oh yeah, we were going to bring up your page. Let's also do... All right. We're just about back. Where is my browser? There it is. Anyways, so like I was saying with how things are, I use it to track what I've done, right? I've only been doing this maybe 2 years. It's a hobby, and this is just counts, like keeps track of my progress. That's about it. My first one was this asteroid remake. Then I did a year-long game, right? That is okay. I changed how I was coding in the middle of it. I started with GameMaker Visual, switched over to GameMaker Code during it. So it was okay, right? But it's my first full game. Outside of that, I did a couple game jams. Then, after finishing Pixel Warrior, I was like, you know what? I don't really want to do a long game again for right now. So I wanted shorter projects. I did a Twitch avatar app, which is what you see running around the bottom here, that Homeless is randomly changing the avatar for. And I think now you're a goblin. Oh, you were a goblin. Now I think you're the dragon. Oh, no, you're a wolf pup. But I did that. That was a 3-month like game challenge I did. Then I did a 3-month tower defense game. In between these two, I did this game jam. And you can really see the difference between this one and like one of my first game jams. Then I did a 3-month RPG game. And now I'm on a 3-month top-down style game. And, oh yeah, we wanted to look at your thing, right? All right. This is a simple, short Game Boy game you made. It's your first game. Excellent. Let's check it out. You can play right here in the browser. Up, down, left, right. All right. So, thing. The digital pet game made by, what's that say? Miss Puffles. Excellent. Have to click something. Let's fix that audio. There we go. All right. Animated splash screen. Excellent. How? Oh, start is enter. If you tell your itch the size of it, it will restructure this around it. Start was enter. Yes. Do I have to hit enter again? Why you hot what? Why you hot start? I don't know. Or again, what? Let's try to run again. So start is enter. Okay. So let's start the game. Yeah, start was enter. It doesn't like me. So, you don't recall? All right, so start was enter. We did that. It brought me to the blank screen. Shift. What other buttons we got? I like the beginning of it, though. Right? So we have this. Animated splash screen. Excellent. And I don't see anything here I need to click. So we're just going to hit enter and see if I can get it to start. It doesn't like it. Let me see if it's just my browser. Right. Hold on. Let me run it on the other one. All right, so we get here. Oops, that's bright. Oh, well. I need to hit the blank screen too. Okay, so we're on here. It runs the animation page, right? Your splash screen. Then we hit enter to start. And then I'm here and enter again. Click. What other options we got? Start. Okay. Well, and it could be my browser. I don't know. I liked the animation splash screen. Right? Always don't never feel bad about your first game, because the first game is just your first game. I put it on my itch page so that people can see the progress that I've been making, right? And like I said, now I've been doing these last couple ones. This one here and the RPG are 3-month game challenges, right? And here is my itch page. You can go to the home page, be able to see everything, and then go to the individual games, right? What embarrassing? It's not embarrassing. It's your first game, right? I keep it because it's a good way to see your progress, other people to see your progress, and you can say, this is my first game, right? And now this is where I'm at. So it's a good profile thing. I don't know. I like it. I mean, sure, when I made it, I was like, do I really want to put this up there? But it works. And it's just fine. A couple of these are browser play. The balloon lift is, the play in a browser one, the RPG game is, and I think that was it. All the other ones you have to download. And what we were working on today, can you share an image of the overworld one? Yep. You can. If you have the image on, online. So let me get your link here to work. All right. Yeah, and run it off the emulator. Yeah, probably. All right, so let me get my whatever this sprite out of the way here. So that's the map. That looks good, right? I mean, the coloring looks pretty good with it. The style, I like that. It's kind of looks like it's floating out in space stuff. So that's good stuff. The graphic is the highlight. Yeah. I think that's a good map. Right. Curved paths. Yeah. Yeah. All good stuff there. Yep. The yeah, I mean it looks good. You can see you have depth to it, right? It curves. The pathing looks good. Housing on the pathing. It's all good stuff. This is also the biggest you can make it on GB before it yelled at you. Gotcha. Excellent. I think that's pretty big, right? Yeah, I think that looks good. All right. So far, where are we with mine? So we have a taser. Let's switch it back to, how about a what do we call this? Pistol. Let's go back to the pistol. And in here, let me load a couple spawners. There, we'll do one spawner up there. Let's run my game. You were like, how big can you make the island? Yeah. Yeah, I always like to test stuff like that. So, OBS always takes a minute to see the game. There we are. So, this is just a top-down shooter, right? But it's coming along pretty good. So, the idea is you got to shoot all these enemies or defeat them however you can, because you're going to end up having 4 weapons that you get to hold, right? You have these essence things that drop. Those are both your XP and a currency in the game. It took you 6 hours to find out how to import graphics. Nice, but you figured it out, right? On here, once you defeat the enemies, you have a choice of which direction to go, because let me open this back up. Because where is my picture? Right, this is the style of how the map is. So each of these rooms is in a grid, and you're going to be able to move between them. So right now, let's say you start in 1-1, right down here in the bottom corner, which is actually 0-0, but 1-1, you can either go up or to the right, which is where the 2 portals appear, either up or to the right. So we'll go to the right. Once you're there, then you're able to come in here. You'll have a menu in between every room, right? And this is the guy that's helping you. Right now he's a stick figure, but you know. You have 30 essence you collected from the first one. You can buy a new weapon. So we're going to buy a frying pan. It turns black. I can't buy anymore. So we're going to go to the next round. And now I have 2 weapons out. So now I have a frying pan and a pistol. Which the pistol is one of the things I was reworking on in a sprite there. And you can walk around, pick up all these things up, but at the end of the round, they automatically get picked up anyways. So now we hit level 1, because we hit over the 50 XP, and we have skills that we can spend. So now we can come into the skill tree. The first one is increasing our HP by 10. So we're at 100 HP. Pick it. We're now 110 HP. You a one-man team? Yes, I am a solo dev. Come back in. We're just going to go to the next. Well, actually, we have 40. Let's grab another pistol and go in. So now we have 3 weapons. We have 2 pistols and the frying pan. There we go. And we hit our next level. So we're going to go in back in there. And this is kind of how this is working. And it's coming along, right? We still have to work on our grid. I only have 2 rooms here. And so I need to expand it to, the next thing is going to make it a 3x3. and that'll work. Yeah, because right now I only have the 2. I have it set up for the 3rd one. I just don't have the room yet. And what I'm doing here is, like I said, redesigning some of these weapons so that the draft of them looks a little nicer, right? Any specific palette? I'm not really using any particular palette right now. Not for this game. I'm just kind of drawing it the way, however. I do like the DB32 palette. I think I have it already here. Where's my macros? In macros, I do. I have DB32 palette already built in. So if I need to, I can use that. You like web safe color palettes? Yeah. GB32 is pretty good. There is another one that I really like. Where is that? Hold on. Let me find the link that I had for it. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. On here, I really like this 2-bit right? So 2-bit kind of like 4-color look, right? This would do actually really well for your like a Game Boy style game, right? But this is it. For 2-bit, it's Game Boy's in the tags. Yeah, so this is 2-bit Demichrome palette. And I think that looks really good. I'm not making the game in this, but you know, it looks pretty good. Do you have? Let me see. Let me go to the main page here. Yeah, these are all different palettes. On Game Boy Studio, you can add color support for GBC within a few limitations. Nice. This has tons of different palettes, right? And you can pick this and pick the palette for it, right? So I don't know, like if you like this one, you come in here and it shows it and then tells you about the colors, what they are, and the palette for it. It's kind of a neat site, right? And that's this site. But on here, I have like the 32-bit one. Although right now, like my draft stuff, they're all just kind of different colors. They're not really matching anything right now at all. This game is only a 3-month game challenge anyways. Once I'm done with it, it will go back to I'll be just done. It'll go up on my itch page and it'll be there, right? After this, my goal is to go back to the RPG game and spend 6 months on it. Which I haven't done a long game in a while, so it'll be fun. We'll go back here and revisit this game called the RPG. And this is it, right? So all the NPCs in the game are people from chat and from people from the local game game dev group, right? So we'll come back in, be able to do stuff, and this is the RPG, right? So this was done in 3 months. Now, after the top down, we'll go back and spend 6 months on it and really kind of take it to the next level. So I'm looking forward to that, right? All right. Let's finish up this handle real quick, and then we're going to try to work on a couple other little things. So let's bring this out. Let's bring it out to here. Bring this up. All right. Oops. Because then we'll bring this down. Go like that. It's an okay trigger. And we'll tie this in like that. So I think we actually need this emptied up a little more like that. There. That'll work. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take this, copy it, bring it over here, swap it out. Let's do that. Let's run it because I think it'll be all right. They're just, most of them, they're not very, they're temporary. Okay, so it's not seeing it. Right? No, it doesn't see it. Where is the object for this? Now, it should it should see it. So, layer weapon, pistol is SBR gun. Oh, that's why. Where is... You looked at what you think is a plugin for RPG Maker XP. Nice. So we have SBR. We want a gun. There it is. Arwen. What you doing, Arwen? So this is the one I need to work on. I got it. All right, we're going to name this -old _old. Just kidding. We're going to come back up here. to this gun here. There it is. GameMaker. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about RPG Maker, but GameMaker really allows, I mean, it's a full like engine, right? So you can code things, you can design stuff however you want. You can make it pretty much do almost everything. You can't make it, it doesn't like 3D very well. It does 3D. It's just not very good with 3D. And the scripting language is very close to like JavaScript. You know, so the language for it, right? All right, so now we want this switched. All right, so run it. Oh. Whoops. Where is gun here? I need to move that down to the handle. There we go. I like GameMaker. It's the only one that I've really used. So I don't really have a whole lot of comparison, right? And I've only been doing this like 2 years. Yeah, I think that works pretty good. I think the gun has a nice handle to it. Yeah, that'll work. I'll probably end up having to clean that up a little bit more. And I use, I'm not very good with it, but I use a sprite to make my items, right? And I'm getting a little better with it. It just takes me a while. How about we give this like a little black. All right, if we do that, there, I think that'll stand out. It'll be fine. But what we were doing today, we're really only made a couple little images for today. We, on my list here, we did the sai, the frying pan, a toilet plunger, the sword, the bong, the shuriken. We already have the throwing axe and the crossbows done. A member of chat here, Taller, created those. The throwing axe, the crossbow. So he gave me those like images. And that's this, right? So this was the axe. And then this is, I made the rotating version of the axe. So it's being thrown, which I need to do still for the shuriken, which is down here, right? I'll need to make a couple images of it being thrown. And what happens with the taser goes off, and that kind of stuff. So we're going to copy this because this is good for now. Oops. Let's delete that. Bring that here as well. And then we'll delete that one. There. I have 3 versions of it because there's 3 different levels to the weapons, right? So you have a tier 1 weapon, you have a tier 2 weapon, and a tier 3 weapon. And then the crossbows all have different bolts, so we're still working on those. And then the melee weapons are just for like close combat stuff. And it's kind of where we're at. I think I'm a month in, so I got 2 months left on this project. It's going well, right? Skill tree is doing well. I'm using the easy skill tree engine, right? From Brent. Brent Brothers, another GameMaker dev who's a streamer, comes in here when he can, and I'm using his engine for the skill tree. And it works pretty good. So
Hello there.
hello.
Hello there. Democracy. Hello there. Another happy landing.
I see you, homeless. You like the updated hello there? Now I'm never gonna miss the hello there. You wanted to hear it again? Excellent. Yeah, I'm never gonna miss it now. It's that it's like loud and clear and hello there. Right? Okay. What are you up to today? Homeless. I think Jeepin's doing, I want to say Guild Wars 2 today. I'm not sure. All right. One of the things that I'm going to try to work on probably later today, so that we have it ready for stream tomorrow. There she is. Hi, Jeepin. Yes, that's your plan. Excellent. So Guild Wars 2 is her plan to stream today. So that'll be good. So after stream here, I'm going to be switching gears and going into the garage. I need to work on the Jeep a little bit. I got half of it done yesterday for installing the inner fenders. So I have the passenger side. Today I need to work on the driver side. Hopefully, now that I got all the hard issues out of the way and I know how they go together, I can get everything done. Hopefully it won't take me as long. But that was the process yesterday. Then after that, I want to come back and work on this a little bit. I'm trying to make it so that the spawner, do I have it open? No. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I do. The spawner right now, it just gathers these enemies, right? So I need to make it so that the enemy, is make different ones for different tier level, like level enemy, right? So I need the spawner to help identify the player level, then say, okay, if you're a level 1 through 3, you're only going to get level 1 enemies, right? Or maybe like player level 1, 2, you'll get level 1. When you hit level 3, you'll get level 1 and 2. That kind of stuff. And progress it so that as you level up, you start getting harder enemies. I don't have any of the enemy attack stuff yet. We'll probably wait a little while on that. And I think that's kind of my goal for today. I do want to game a little bit. I do want to play more. I don't have it open. I want to play more Epitome game here. I want to play more of this, which is currently in alpha. So I do want to play a little bit more of that. But then I also want to play Cult of the Lamb because I'm enjoying that game. And I started over on it, so I made a fresh game because I have the new DLC to it. And yeah, it's fun stuff, right? But I think that's kind of it. It's going to be a shorter stream today, a little under 3 hours, primarily because I want to spend time on the Jeep. And yesterday, that took me like 4 hours just to do one side of the Jeep. So I want to prep in case I want to give myself enough time in case it does take me a little bit. But what did we work on today? Let's switch back over to here. So what did we work on? We worked on some imaging, some pixel art. Took me a little bit, but we have a draft of a frying. Oh, it's not even showing. Why not? Oh, I don't have window capture. Hold on. There we are. All right, let me fix this so that it is under things here, right? Let's get that into my little monitor here. There. All right, so that is what we were working on. We made a little frying pan. We cleaned up the sword. We made a sai, right? Like this thing. And we made a toilet plunger. Yeah. That was kind of it there. Then over here, we did our pistol. We have the shuriken, like the throwing star, and we have our taser. So some good stuff there. You're laughing at the toilet plunger, Panuch. It's all fun game. Like it's all weapons. Chat picked out one of the first days that we were sitting here talking about stuff, and what we wanted to see in the game. Toilet plunger was one of them, so it is there. And he's cleaned up a little bit, but I mean, it kind of looks like a little plunger right now. It's getting there. That's all. And that's kind of it for today. Like I said, I want to spend more time in the garage because I want to give myself a toilet brush. No, nobody talked about a toilet brush. We just have the plunger. Yeah. So let me see who's on. It's Sunday. We don't always have a whole lot of devs on today. But let's try to see who's doing stuff, right? Well, try to find someone doing some game stuff. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Here, we're going to go visit Tim. because we haven't done that in a while. So let's go do that. I appreciate everyone for hanging out. Like I said, today's just going to be a little shorter stream because I want to work on the vehicle for it. I want to give myself enough time. Now, tomorrow, I'll be streaming at the same digital time, same digital place. So 7 a.m. Mountain Time for a couple hours. And we'll pick up and see what I was able to get done on the game stuff later today. Otherwise, we'll be starting right where we are tomorrow. And it'll be good times, right? So I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Thanks for coming in and chatting. And I will see you all later. So have a great day. Mr. Demoy, nice to see you there. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I will see everybody tomorrow. And have a good one. Bye now.